welcome to all our viewers around the world. Each time we'll be bringing you compelling and inspiring profiles. Each story we tell gets us closer to people who have the power to bring in change and make a difference. We'll be bringing you the full story behind the name. How did they manage to change dynamics of the war from the defeat of 1967? In fact, it was a very difficult time for the Egyptians, but they really managed to rebuild in just a few years, and it was the October War victory. Now we'll dig into memories of the war. What was your main mission during October War?
The main mission of the war, in October War.
Your mission.
My mission. My
October
mission
War.
is to obtain informations about the enemy, its groupings, on when they leave their ports towards our ports. I use all forces and means of reconnaissance, such as submarines, air aviation, reconnaissance groups, electronic reconnaissance, all means of reconnaissance to assure the informations about the enemy and his movement towards our coasts, and then to inform the commander of the Navy to prepare our groups, our striking groups, to meet the enemy. And during the battle, I observe this battle by forces and means of reconnaissance also.
How did they play into the fact that we've been able to complete the crossing despite that the Israelis were overcoming our troops in equipment?
So you see, I'm concerning in the sea. In the sea, it's free to leave its ports and to get towards our ports. So it is very easy to me to reconnoiter the enemy at sea, because it will be obvious by aviation and by surface ships, or all other means of reconnaissance. And then I give these informations correct to the commander-in-chief of the Navy and the operation department to plan and to send our striking groups to meet the enemy. And they observe the enemy and give any losses in the enemy after the battle. And then if they use new weapons or new methods, I inform all the Navy about all these informations. This is the main job of the reconnaissance. So the mission, main mission of the Navy in October War, we said احنا اتكلمنا عن الموضوع ده. اتكلمنا عنه. مش هنكرر.
ممكن نقول جزئية صغيرة.
The main mission of the strategic mission of the Navy is to deny the sea communication from Iran, which sent about 18 million barrels of petrol from El Kharg in Arab Gulf towards Eilat. So we use the destroyers and submarines and the motor rocket boats and mines to deny this. And a ship, an Israeli ship, tried to continue its way to Eilat, but our submarines fired its torpedoes. The government is held by Golda Meir and stopped the navigation completely towards Eilat port to all the time of the war, from 8 October until the end of the war. This is the main mission of the Navy, because the naval war is an economical war, to deny economy of the enemy. The second mission is to protect and defend our ports, to be all times open to 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 have the all the goods and um, all the goods which is necessary for the people of Egypt, because we know that Israel have submarines. These submarines have mines from men to people. If Israel submarines lies mines or destroy any ship in the path of the Alexandria, will stop, and the people of Egypt will feel shortage in necessary needs. Needs. So the Navy protect the ports, and the ports was still open during the war to receive goods at any time in the war. The main mission also of the Navy is to protect the sides of the Third Army and the Second Army from the sea, and to participate in the fire preparation before passing Suez Canal. We have coastal artillery, participates with the 2,000 guns on the west side of the Navy at the beginning of the war against Barlev line.
Now we'll go out for a break. Then after the break, we'll be talking about a very special time when you remained for about 20 days on board of one of our submarines in front of Haifa port.
Okay.
Welcome back. You have a lot of contributions to the academic life of the Navy and improving the academic system there. You've even contributed in writing one of the special encyclopedias about the Navy, international encyclopedias, in fact. What was that like?
After October War, I was appointed to have a course in Nasser Academy, War College. The professors at that time were Russian. You know that
Is it a necessity for any military commander to have that sort of academic experience?
yes, 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 yes.
All of
yes.
them?
Because
Then it's obligatory.
yes, because we have study how the military science,
It's evolving around the world.
military science, yes, how to use the state to control the struggle against the enemy.
But as far as I understand, you have your special contribution, not as the same way as the rest of the military commanders in the Navy.
No.
You have a special one
Yes,
contribution
yes,
to the
yes,
Navy.
yes.
You have a special interest, let's
yes,
say,
yes,
to
yes, yes. But in Nasser Academy, the program is for combined arms, Navy, Army, aviation, and air defense. So we all study because all of us will be in the headquarter. We must know the work of each other to plan and control over our forces.
to coordinate between
Coordinate,
each other.
yes. So there is, in this course, which stays 1.5 years, under the supervision of the supervisors, Russian supervisors, which was still in the academies, although the other experts before the war, Anwar Sadat end their work here. but still the professors in the academies. In the academy, I studied how to plan and control.
You did many masters?
Yes, I have two masters. Master degree from Command and Staff College from Cairo here, and Command and Staff College, especially in reconnaissance in Leningrad in Soviet Union, Russia.
Then you returned back to teach.
No, I went. No, I.
You didn't teach them.
After the war, I was appointed to have course on strategic and operational course in the academy. So we see in the staff college, I have the tactical level, and in Nasser Academy, I have the strategic and operational level. They complete.
They both helped you to be able to write a lot of editions and books about the Navy, right?
Yes, the Navy in cooperation with aviation and Army and air defense, because the battle here is combined. So when we pass Suez Canal, the Army, the Navy, the aviation, and the air defense work each other. You know, that is the academy is to obtain study in the strategic level and operational level, and combine the operations between all the arms of the armed forces. So after the study, I was appointed as a professor in the War College. War College. I stayed there about 10 years. I have a good experience.
Teaching war tactics and
Teaching, I was teaching what?
In the Navy, war tactics for the Navy.
Yes, I'm teaching operational. So tactics is a level under the operation. The operation, tactics. Then the high level is operation. The high level is strategic. So I teach policy first, naval policy, naval strategy, naval operations. But I also now at this time is appointed to be a teacher in staff college. I now give the officers, small officers, lieutenant, the tactical level,
Experience. If you talk about the challenges of your life, those ones that you felt you're experiencing some harsh time.
In my life, there are many challenges.
Of course, leading a military life.
In work and in life.
Uh-huh.
In work, I must first be
And what were the lessons that you drew from these moments?
First, I must
Decades in the Navy, you should have faced a lot of harsh times. What were they?
the most hard time I met in the Navy is the defeat of our forces in 1967. And